Hi, I'm Jean Palmer Maloney, and I'm here with my co-creator Camille Babington to share with you another small little moment of some Stardust news and updates. Today, we wanted to take some time to talk with you about Stardust's official decision to utilize the UN Sustainable Development Goals as part of our structure so that we have this overarching umbrella into which we fit. And it makes really brilliant sense. And actually, starting in October of 2020, and in many ways, thanks to the coronavirus downtime that we've had to really dive into stuff that we might not otherwise had time for, we really did take a moment to reflect on where we started, where we want to go, and where we are in terms of our focus areas of sustainability, health, and learning, and how those three content areas really do provide the bridging that we need for the organization and the early stage startups that we support. Stardust has really now, we have a profile, we have our portfolio all set up to demonstrate success and to show ways that we're making an impact through the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And we want to share that with you. We want to find early stage startup founders who are excited about making change in the world, to make positive impact in social and environmental sustainability areas. We want to connect with impact angel investors who are looking for organizations that can help them find those early stage startups that they really are ready to take a risk and support. So that's why we're coming to you today. This is just really more about how we're finding ourselves, and in the midst of finding ourselves, utilizing the UN Sustainable Development Goals to provide that structure.
Yes, I'm so excited for this new phase that we're kind of going into. You're right, like the whole COVID situation, it disturbed our typical funding chain model, which we had used for the past few years, for the past 5 years that we were um, having our nonprofit activities. And you know what? This year it's changed. It's like we've been very transparent through this whole process of how it's been changing. So today, oops, sorry about that. Today is one of the we're going to kind of go over one of the things that we have been changing on, which is the Sustainable Development Goals. So what are these Sustainable Development Goals? So they were developed by the United Nations. They are a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all, which is what they say. So there's 17 goals, and they define areas of global challenges we all face, including poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, justice, and they all interconnect, which is very cool, and which is what we kind of strive to do as well, is interconnect all these different areas. So success in one goal may also affect success for other goals. These goals were created and adopted in 2015 after decades of work, beforehand had been done to kind of create them and decide what they were going to be. So the objective is really to reach the goals by 2030, according to their 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which is where you can find these goals. And each goal has kind of targets, events, publications, actions that are all associated with each goal, so you can kind of know exactly what you're getting into when you tackle them. And so what we've done with Jean and with Stardust is identify 8 of the 17 goals that really fit with our mission and our vision the best, which was not an easy task because they're, like I said, they're all interconnected and also important and necessary, that we feel like we just want to be able to tackle all of them, obviously, but we can't. So we chose 8 that really fit the most within our mission. We have number 2, which is zero hunger. We have number 3, which is good health and well-being. We have number 4, quality education. Number 6, clean water and sanitation. Number 7, affordable and clean energy. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. 12, responsible consumption and production. And then finally, 13, which is climate action. So those 8 really represent kind of a global view of objectives we strive to reach when selecting our microgrant recipients.
It's interesting that the year 2015 is the year that these goals were adopted. And it's not like they were adopted by just a handful of countries. 193 countries
Mm.
adopted the UN Sustainable Development Goals the same year that Stardust started.
Mhm.
So we have this kind of synergy of energy, right? That there we're thinking about these things, but in a less formal structure than the UN, of course, because in 2015, when Angus Maloney, our Big Bang, passed away, one of his audacious drives in this world was that he said, you know, defy the odds, defy the expectations. And he was determined that entrepreneurism and startups were a way to affect change in a positive way for the world. Stardust Startups has taken this drive, and we really move with that risk energy and that very early stage startup in a pollination level, if you will, not even the pre-seed, in order to make change happen. And our focus areas, the sustainability, health, and learning, have remained constant. One of Angus's favorite sayings was that all work is dynamic. Nothing stays the same. And I can see, and Camille can see, we've worked on this so much lately, how many aspects of the Stardust Startup Factory, now Stardust Startups, has changed and modified over these 5 years. We're going into our 6th year. But our core areas, our what we know we want to do has maintained its position. And we know that it's not looking at each one of those areas in isolation, but at that beautiful intersection of them all. And in that same way, as Camille mentioned, in the same way that the UN goals all support and are interconnected with one another, our focus areas are as well. So we're going into our 6th year now. Stardust is dynamic and evolving. We're maintaining that intersection of our original goals, and we're bringing in the Sustainable Development Goals as this umbrella, as this glue to hold it together. We fund projects internationally. And one of the most important things for me about the UN Sustainable Development Goals is that these goals are recognized internationally. Whether we're working with an impact investor or an impact entrepreneur, these goals will be familiar. They make it so that we can communicate our expectations for measuring success and impact in ways that just saying, check out our website and look at our goals doesn't really achieve. So we're really glad that our goals intersect with the UN goals and that more people worldwide will understand what that means. Now, as stated earlier, we've chosen these 8 goals specifically for Stardust. And in 2021, our why and these goals really go together well because we're intending to raise Stardust awareness and in the impact entrepreneur and impact investor networks worldwide. We intend to have 6 new well-defined projects selected for funding by 2021. So our current funding portfolio is a bundle of 5 projects right now that we are at this time gathering the impact investors together for to make that difference
Right, they're pending.
using a donor advised fund model. So that's to come. And then our last goal is that we really want to increase our endowment by 20% for 2021. So this showing the alignment of the early stage impact entrepreneurial world with the Sustainable Development Goals is a huge help.
And to conclude, you know, we've kind of come up with this little phrase. I'm not sure where you found it actually, Jean. You may have found it somewhere else,
I
but
think I might have made it
democratizing
up.
innovation.
Our new tagline at the bottom, sort
No,
of. Oh,
democratizing innovation.
democratizing innovation. Yeah, that came from one of the social capital um, work sessions that I was in.
Got
Yeah.
it. Well, so we've appropriated that little phrase, and we like to use it now. We we are determined to democratize innovation, and what that means basically is saying like that innovation and early stage entrepreneurial initiatives that are making positive impact are worth the energy and are worth, and they should be accessible to all, and going along with that, making impact investing accessible to all is also what we're determined to do. So part of democratizing this micro philanthropy that we bring forward, and democratizing innovation, is showing inspirational and successful examples of how these broad universal sustainable development goals for a healthier and more sustainable world can be reached through small incremental change, with obviously potential for global impact, aka the projects that we choose. So we want our work with these entrepreneurs and impact investors to be public and transparent. So that's why, obviously we're doing things like this, talking to you about it, so others can learn about what we're doing and why it makes sense in the bigger picture. That's also part of democratizing, is having everyone kind of be a part of it and everyone understand what's going on and why this is important and why we should support it, and making sure that people are putting their money towards sustainable companies that are doing good, companies that are making a difference. And so that's what we're doing. And a part of this transparency is the fact that we're also on our website, we're creating the pending projects pages right now for each new pending project. And on each of the pages, you'll see on the sidebar on the left, we're putting now the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, that fit with that project, and that were part of the criteria of why we selected that project, because they fit with it. I think our criteria now is that they have to fit with at least 2 of the goals.
What a wonderful gift working with the early stage startups is.
Yes.
For both of us.
Absolutely.
I cannot overemphasize the positivity and the absolute passion and determination that all of these founders bring to their projects. And as just in the role that we play, and each, but Camille and I wear a lot of different roles in this organization. I think in every role we play, we're reminded of the gift that we have right now, and are grateful for the opportunity to let us help you be part of this gift.
Of course, and I'm so excited for our projects to be kind of during this time of the year, because we're getting ready to roll out our holiday campaign, which is hopefully going to be able to increase our endowment a little bit, which is great. And then we're going to announce the 5 selected projects in the new year. So you'll be seeing that in January, early January, and that's going to be super fun to be able to announce. And we've already sent some info by newsletter, but on social media and on our website and stuff like that. And we'll send out more newsletters. But yeah, it's an exciting new year, 2021. There's going to be so many fun things.
And let me encourage anyone who has a question, comment, concern, idea, share it with us, please.
Please.
You can post comments on Facebook. You can communicate through the website. You can just straight up email us, and we're so happy to be in your world. Thank you. Bye for now.
All right. Bye.